Hello, it's Collector Sleuth, and today I have some Nightmare Before Christmas Disney Parks shoe ornaments and ear hat ornaments, and also some Bradford Exchange shoe ornaments as well. So first off, I'm going to do the Disney Parks. It should say Disney Parks on the bottom here. Shoe ornaments. This is Jack Skellington. You can see his tuxedo top or suit top here with his bat bow tie. And then here's some bones as the heel. And some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns there on the back of the shoe. And these look kind of like his coattails. And there's the hook where you can hang it on your tree. And these are made of resin, so they're not super lightweight, but not super heavy either. So they should hang on your tree pretty nicely. This even says Jack Skellington on the back there. Next I have is a Sally shoe. It's got her leg back here. That's the heel. And her patchwork on her dress going along here. And this even looks like her sleeve. And there's some roses on there. Black and white stripes. And this one does say Sally, and it's got a needle, sewing needle, and also Disney Parks. And it's signed K. Murphy, who's the artist. This one's probably the same artist. Actually, I don't think it is. Can't read the artist name on here. Here it's nice because it's also printed. K. Murphy. But this one is not printed. It's just a signature. So I can't tell who the artist is on that. But definitely not the same one. So there's those. And then I also have a Sally handbag. I don't think they made a Jack one. If they did, I'm unaware of it. This artist says Tony West. Printed here and then signed here. Which is good because I would not have been able to read that. Signatures can be really hard to read. So, still the same signature as Sally with the sewing needle here. This one just says Disney. It doesn't say Parks. So this one may have been, I'm pretty sure I probably purchased it from Disney.com. See, that one has the Disney Parks logo on it. I probably purchased this from Disney store. I bought this a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Anyway, it's just a Sally handbag here with some roses on top and some thorn bushes, thorn vine here, and the dead fish here, and her patchwork on there. So that's pretty cool. This one actually it is resin, but it is fairly lightweight. Must be hollow inside, which makes it, you know, won't bog down your tree too bad. So that's really cute. It's a good sized ornament. And they do sit on their own, so if you wanted to sit them on a shelf, you could. And next up I have is these are Disney Parks as well. Yeah, Disney Parks. And this artist says, it's Costa, starts with an A, I can't really read it, but these are shaped like an ear hat, like you would wear to the parks. And this one's a Santa Jack, and it's got the scary wreath as one ear, and this, his hat swirls around in the other ear here. And then on the back, we got a Christmas list, and a sack of presents, bag of presents there, candy cane, and it says Sandy Claus. Candy cane on that side. Some red and white stripes, some black and white stripes, kind of give it that Tim Burton look to it. And the hat is flocked, which is that fuzzy material. So it's got some, you know, extra texture to it, and it's got some glitter on the hat and the ball there. And here's his belt. So that's really cute. this one isn't going to sit flat if you wanted to put it on the shelf due to the list on the back being extended past, but kind of wish they would have made it flush. But it looks neat. And on a tree it won't be a problem. But here is the mayor ear hat. Got his badge there and his necktie as the spider necktie. And on the back is his other face, and it's got the plans for Halloween back there. And he actually rotates on this base here. So if you set him down, you can actually rotate him, which is really neat. So this base moves. So that's really cool. And these are also resin ornaments, so they're a little on the heavy side, but they're not too bad. I've had heavier ones. Here is Pumpkin King Jack. This one's really cool. I really like this one. He does the voice. The only base that moves is the mayor one, even though they all have this kind of base on them. Disney parks. So we got a Halloween Town sign on this ear, and then you got the straw look like that his body was encased in, and also the straw horse that he was riding on this side. And this is rope that the behemoth pulled the horse with. It's got the rope there. And then on the back you have all these flames, which is really neat, and his torch, and it says the Pumpkin King on the back. The flames are really cool. I kind of like that. It's a nice touch. And they do wrap around to the front a little bit. I don't know if the mayor said the... Oh, he says it on the front. Okay. Next I have is Sally. And on this ear you see the Deadly Nightshade jar, a rose. Then on this side is the patchwork on her dress, and this signs Sally with that needle, just like the shoe was, and her flower on the back that she holds. And there's her hair there. Next is Jack. He's got his bow tie here in front. He's signed Jack Skellington up here. And jack-o'-lantern. And on this side is the hill. And some bones here. That's the front. And then on the back, we have Zero, who looks like he glows in the dark. I'm sure he probably does. And then here's his doghouse. Here's doghouse. This ear they just left plain. They didn't put anything on it. It'd been nice maybe to see a tombstone or something. Let's see, the mayor. Yeah, they kind of didn't do anything with this ear on the mayor. So they don't always decorate both ears on both sides, but you don't really see the back anyway on a tree or even on a shelf. But they did add some detail back here, so kind of gets lost sometimes. You don't get to see it as much. And then next is Oogie Boogie. And he's got some bugs coming out of his mouth. His dice, which I like that they added the detail of the little snake coming out. That's pretty cool. They could have just left the dice there and that would have been sufficient and would look nice, but it's neat that they went ahead and added the little snake. And then here's a roulette wheel on this side. Some kind of gambling wheel here. On the back, they put some texture on the ear, but didn't really add anything. And then over here is signed Oogie Boogie. And you see the detailing around the tops of the ears here. And some bugs coming out the back. And even some have faces even. So that's really cute. Actually, yeah, it seems like that was a common theme on all of them, to leave one ear blank. So, alright, next one is, I like this one. I think this one's really cool. This one's the holiday doors. I don't know why I dislike anything holiday door related, because you don't see it very often. But you have Jack peeking through the Halloween door here. And then all the other holidays on there. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. I think that's a firework. So 4th of July. And then there's Santa peeking behind the Christmas door there. Easter, Thanksgiving. Then you got some lights back here. And then also a blank ear. So they do leave one ear blank. It looks like, for the most part. And then the lights are cool. And then on the front, you got the Halloween door and then the inside of the Christmas door. And this one actually lights up. So I'm going to go ahead and light it up. See the batteries down there. So that's that lit up. And I don't think the back... Oh, the back does. Okay, the back does too. So that's really cool. The back lights up and the front lights up. And that is the only one that lit up, so that's really neat. So here's this one. So that's all the Disney parks, Disney store, ornaments, ear hat, and shoes. And now I'm going to switch gears and go to the Bradford Exchange ornament shoe collection. And I'm going to start with issue 1. Now these came in a subscription plan, and I believe you can still get them. They're on the BradfordExchange.com. And each month you would get a new issue, and here's issue 1. And it should be marked, so I don't see it. But on the shoes themselves it'll be marked. So here we go. Yeah, this is issue 1. I think I purchased these from eBay, but you can still get them from the Bradford Exchange. And if you want all the sets, I would recommend buying them that way, because it can be hard to fill in the ones you need otherwise. Because I had to go to, and you can order the sets you're missing from the Bradford Exchange as well. If you call it in, say I only need set like 5 or 6, which I had to do for the last 2. So let me get these out of here, and I'll pull these out real quick. Get this out of the way. So first is Jack, and they should tell you. Yeah, here it is. The part number on here will say -001, which means it's hard to see on this, but it says -001 on the end, which is issue 1. And so here's Jack, and then the hanger is down here. Rather than up here, it's down in the middle for like a center of gravity type thing. So that's cool that they thought that out. But it's got... I'm going to separate these out so we can see it better. There we go. I'm going to move my camera forward just a little bit. So here's Jack, and it's got a decal on the bottom with Jack in the heel there. Also like a bone finger shape here for the heel. And then the spiral heel for the back of the shoe. Some jack-o'-lanterns and jack-o'-lanterns down here. And some fencing. And we got Zero with his doghouse. And on the back is just plain, which is fine because you're going to hang this on a tree and you're not going to see what's back there anyway. So that's pretty cool. Alright, very detailed. These are also resin. You can kind of compare that one to this one. This one actually incorporates like characters and type style, whereas these, they just pattern a shoe in their likeness as far as like how stylistically And so that's kind of the difference there. You can see that. So there's the Jack one, and then here's the Sally one. Hers is an open-toed shoe. And it's got her, like, her skin tone back here. A little spider. And we got an Oogie Boogie shadow, and oh, it's got all different shadows back there. Different characters from the movie. That's kind of neat. And we got a Sally decal right here. A lot of these are printed on. This is printed on. And then we got, now this isn't printed on. It's actually some texture to that. And then you got her, some tombstones down here. Her kneeling in the graveyard. She's got her flower there. And then also the hanger in the middle. The best way is probably going to be to come up through the top. There we go. So pretty cool. And then I'm going to do issue number 2. This one is, yep, the first of issue 2. So we got Oogie Boogie in this kind of a boot style. Got the dice here. I kind of wish they would have colored those red. His dice are red in the movie. Here he's also holding a pair of white dice, which I would have preferred them to be red, but that's okay. Then we got the spiral hill back here and some shadowing on the front. An Oogie Boogie in his tan coloration there, but the shoe's the green version. And we got some ghosts coming out of some pumpkins right here. And he's on the front of the shoe, also holding dice. Some stitching. So this one's really cool. This one's actually fairly heavy. Feels heavier than the others. It's not as open. As you can see, there's a lot of open areas on those two. This one is more solid. So pretty cool. And the other one to that is Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Also an open shoe here. This one has some straps on it. And the bottom of the shoe is shaped like the tub. And it's got Lock, Shock, and Barrel decal on here. And as well as the characters there. And then we got some cage pieces there. And then there's their treehouse right there. Some ribbing and some shadow work of the town on the back of the heel, or on the back of the shoe. So this one's really cool. Now the back is pretty plain. Nothing going on the back. And each issue comes with 2 shoes. That was issue 2. Came with those 2 shoes. And they come in these styrofoam. This is actually how they arrive in the mail. They'll come in these styrofoam boxes here. There is no outer box. This one is issue 3. Not sure I've ever opened issue 3. Okay, open that real quick. Oh yes, okay. Just didn't want to come off. So first is I'm going to start with the mayor, and he's also has a boot style here. Some tops of fences down here, and he's holding his plans. I really like this shoe. It's really cute. And some webbing up here. There's some spider webs on these little purple buttons there. See that better. And then on the back, yeah, there's not much going on the back. And then you got a decal here on the front with the mayor on it, with his megaphone. A little spider. This is really cute. This one's also a heavier ornament like the Oogie Boogie, because it is a boot and it's not as open. So it's pretty solid. So it is a little on the heavy side. And the next one is the clown, and since this one is more open, it's a high heel style here, it's not as heavy as that other one. But here's the clown on the front. And then here's his decal on these very clown-like designs here on the front of the shoe. On the back we got a big bow. And on the heel is his unicycle. That's really cute. And they did make the bottom flat, so it will sit. So you can also display these on your shelf if you don't want to put them on a tree. So they do sit. As you can see, none of them fall over, so that's kind of cool if you'd rather display them. So nice, and the colors are in his style. So next I'm going to do is issue number 4. Move some of these out of the way so we can see them better. Here's the Wolfman. He's also a boot like the Oogie Boogie and Mare. So it looks like some hair up here, I guess fur there, and then here's a decal on the back, or on the front here. That's just the cemetery. It doesn't have the Wolfman actually in the decal here. And then we got some tombstones, some jack-o'-lanterns, and here you can see where the hair's continued down. And then here's some teeth around the front. And of course the Wolfman himself on the front there. And the next one that came with that is the Dr. Finkelstein shoe, and I really like the color of this one. This green color they picked. It's pretty nice. Cool. We've got a skull here on the back, and some metal work, and some science beakers and chemistry looking equipment there. The sciencey like stuff. And then we got Dr. Finkelstein sitting in his wheelchair on the front. And hanger there. And then issue 5 is this one. And first one is Santa Jack. And the boot's like a dark gray, not quite black. It's like more of a dark charcoal gray. And then we have the decal is 0 and some snowflakes. And we got the snake here, the striped, orange striped snake eating a present. And Santa Jack down here with his sack of toys. And then his tree here, Christmas tree. Some stitching through the boot. This is also a boot style. And the snake wraps around and even around the heel, which is really cool. I really like this one. I like the color of it. I like the dark gray. This one's really cool. And then also we have Santa Claus with a little elf here in front. A boot. Now this one feels really heavy. This one's pretty solid. Got a Santa hat on the top of the boot here and some holly leaves and a list. So very cute. And the last set, and I don't know if they're making any more of these, but this is the last one that I know of. I don't know if this is the final in the series or not. They still might be making more, but this is the last one that's currently available. Put it that way. But they might still be making more of them. And this is issue 6. And we have Pumpkin King Jack on a purple boot. The Halloween Town sign coming out the top. Some jack-o'-lanterns on the base here, on the front of the boot. As well as some texture here. And the ghosts are a decal here. That's really cool. I like those. So that's very cute. And this one's a bluish gray color, like blues and grays on this one, and a little bit of purple. We got the skeleton tree, and the skeletons are decaled on. Get some of that styrofoam off. There we go. So yeah, they're just decals. It'd been nice if they were like actual, that they were raised like the tree is, just a little bit, maybe not as far as he is, but it looks alright. And then we got some jack-o'-lanterns and some cobblestones here, some brick stones here, and some tombstones. And that is the last one. I'm going to set them all up and do a sweep of all of them so you can look at all of them together and decide which one that you liked best. For me, I think it's going to be this one. I really like this boot. I think this is cool. I love the color. I love the snake on it. It's pretty cool. So here they all are. Ear hat ornaments, Bradford Exchange shoe ornament sets, and the Disney Park shoe ornaments, and the Sally handbag. All of these are really nice, all resin, nicely crafted, very detailed. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.